If you've ever arrived at a must-see landmark and thought, this is it, this is the whole thing, I made this video for you. Because a lot of famous landmarks are basically crowd magnets, and the best part is often 5 minutes away. Today I'm sharing 9 overrated landmarks where the smarter move is acquire a local favorite spot nearby, plus one place on this list has a rule that can actually get you fined, and I'll tell you which one before we're done. And stay until the end because after number 1, I've got a bonus local style checklist that makes any big landmark feel 10 times better. Quick this or that for the comments before we start. Are you more iconic photo, even if it's crowded, or quiet view with a better story? Here's a quick preview so you know the vibe. One crookedest street isn't even the most crooked street in its own city, and once you know the real one, it's hard to unsee. If that kind of travel honesty is your love language, tap like right now so I know to make more of these. Hi, I'm Carly, and if you're new to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button so I can make more videos like these, with smarter routes, quieter views, and the hidden details most tourists miss. One more promise, I'm not here to shame anyone's bucket list, I'm here to upgrade it. Let's do this, starting with number 9, because the next one is going to get louder. Number 9 is Times Square, and yes, it's iconic, but it can feel like you walked into a living billboard with elbows. The sensory moment is the light, the noise, the costume characters, and that weird feeling that everyone is moving, but nobody is going anywhere. Practical tip if you really want the photo, go early in the morning, not at night, and keep your phone gripped like you mean it. The smart traveler move is to treat Times Square like a doorway, not a destination, and walk 10 minutes to Bryant Park for a calmer New York moment with a chair, a view, and space to breathe. Locals often recommend that exact shift because you keep the midtown energy but lose the sensory overload. Micro cliffhanger. And speaking of tiny things that are surrounded by huge crowds, number 8 is literally the size of a small statue, but pulls big tour energy anyway. Number 8 is Mannequin Piz, the tiny fountain that somehow becomes a whole tourist event. The sensory moment is people squeezing into a narrow street, phones up, and then the realization hits. Wait, the landmark is basically knee height. Practical tip, if you go, time it for when the outfit changes are happening because that's the most fun part of the tradition. The smart traveler move is to keep walking uphill to Monte Ar Garden, where the view opens up and the city suddenly looks cinematic instead of cramped. And if you like the cheeky Brussels humor side of it, locals also point people toward the lesser-known peeing statue trio nearby, which feels like you're in on the joke instead of stuck in a crowd. Micro cliffhanger, and the next one is also famous for being underwhelming in size, but the real win is how you approach it. Number 7 is The Little Mermaid, and the surprise is how small and far away it can feel once the crowd stacks up along the railing. The sensory moment is sea air, camera shutters, and that shuffle step dance of people trying to get the same angle. Practical tip, go at sunrise or in the shoulder hours when the promenade is quiet, and you'll actually hear the water instead of other people's tour guides. The smart traveler move is to pair it with Castellet nearby, because the calm paths and fortress geometry give you the Copenhagen mood that the statue photo doesn't. Many guides note that the mermaid is a quick stop, but the surrounding area is where the city's soft coastal vibe really lives. Micro cliffhanger, and the next one looks big and famous, but the local flex is realizing it's free to do better than the paid version. Number 6 is Hollywood Walk of Fame, and it's the classic expecting glamour, getting sidewalk chaos moment. The sensory detail is the heat bouncing off concrete, the souvenir stands, the noise, and the constant stop-start as people hunt for one specific name. Practical tip, before you go, use the official star directory to find exact star locations, so you're not wandering 15 blocks doing celebrity scavenger panic. The smart traveler move is to take your Hollywood photo from Griffith Observatory instead, because you get skyline, the sign, an actual breathing room, and admission to the building is free. Tiny myth bust. Seeing stars on the ground is fine, but the view from the hills is what makes people say, okay, now I get Los Angeles. Micro cliffhanger. And the next one is famous for being the most something, but it's not even the most of that thing. Number 5 is Lombard Street, the so-called crookedest street in the world, where you watch a slow parade of cars pose for photos. The sensory moment is the click of cameras, the smell of car brakes, and the postcard-perfect flowers that look incredible for about 30 seconds. Practical tip: do not drive it at peak time if you can avoid it, because you'll spend more time idling than actually enjoying it. The smart traveler move is to skip the traffic and climb via the Filbert Street Steps area for a stairway walk that feels secret, with gardens, little cottages, and views that get better the higher you go. And here's the fun reveal. Even local tourism sources note Lombard isn't technically the most crooked in San Francisco, which means you can brag about knowing the better story. Micro cliffhanger. And the next one is the opposite problem. It's stunning, but the rules are getting stricter, and yes, this is the one with the fine risk. Number 4 is Trevi Fountain, and it's genuinely beautiful, but lately it's also a masterclass in crowd management. The sensory moment is the roar of water, the gleam of marble, and the constant motion of people trying to toss a coin while someone else's selfie stick tries to bonk you. Practical tip: go before breakfast, stand back for the full view first, then move in, because the classic mistake is squeezing to the edge immediately and only seeing shoulders. Here's the rule that can get you fined: don't sit on the edge, don't climb, and absolutely do not step into the water, because Rome has been cracking down and tightening access. The smart traveler move is to get your fountain fix at Turtle Fountain instead, where the atmosphere is calmer and the details feel like a discovery. Micro cliffhanger. And the next one is the ultimate "I came all this way for that," but the alternative is in the same UNESCO story and it changes everything. Number 3 is Stonehenge, and I get why people go, it's legendary, but the standard visit can feel oddly distant. The sensory moment is wind across open fields, the hush of people trying to be reverent, and then the reality that most visitors view it from a set path, not up close. Practical tip: book ahead and go early or late, because timed entry can shape the entire vibe of your visit. Here's the local style upgrade. Avebury is part of the same UNESCO World Heritage listing, but it feels wildly different because you can wander among the stones in a living village landscape. Smart traveler move: pair it with the surrounding ancient sites nearby, and you'll get that I'm inside history feeling, not I'm watching history from a rope line. Micro cliffhanger. And the next one is a total crowd scene again, but the hack is to shift your viewpoint by one train stop and one rooftop. Number 2 is Malayan Park, and it's a classic, but at peak hours it becomes a photo conveyor belt. The sensory moment is humid air, tour groups flowing in waves, and the non-stop "take my photo, no, like this" choreography on the waterfront. Practical tip: go at blue hour, right before the skyline lights feel fully alive, and you'll get a better background with fewer harsh shadows on faces. The smart traveler move is to bring your snack and go up to Marina Barrage instead, where the green roof gives you skyline views with space to sit, breathe, and actually enjoy being there. Tiny test: if you can hear the wind and not 10 conversations at once, you picked the right spot. Micro cliffhanger. And number 1 is the big one, the "I can't believe I'm here" landmark, but the best view is not where most people line up. Number 1 is Christ the Redeemer, and it's unforgettable, but it can also be a surprisingly crowded, controlled experience with transport logistics. The sensory moment is mist rolling over the hills, city views cracking open between clouds, and then the bottleneck where everyone is trying to stand in the same exact square meter for the same exact photo. Practical tip: check weather before you go, because cloud cover can turn a dream view into a grey wall, and pick earlier times for a calmer experience. The smart traveler move is to get your skyline and statue moment from Mirante Donna Marta, a viewpoint locals often recommend for the panorama without the same level of squeeze. And if you do go to the statue itself, plan your transport intentionally, because official routes and ticketing options can change how long you spend waiting. Now don't click away yet, because I promised a bonus after number 1, and this is the part that makes any landmark feel local, not hectic. Bonus local style checklist you can use anywhere. Arrive earlier than your instincts say, see the wide view first, then go in for the detail. Find the 5-minute rule spot, one small park, side street, terrace or promenade, within a 5-minute walk where the crowd noise drops by half. Do one micro ritual that's respectful and grounded, like sitting quietly for 2 minutes, noticing the soundscape, and letting the place be a place, not just a photo. And take one photo from the local alternative spot, because that becomes the picture you actually frame later. Mid-video mini challenge for the comments. On your next trip, Pick one famous landmark where you'll do the local alternative first, and comment local mode plus which one you'd choose. Fast recap so your brain keeps it. Times Square to Bryant Park, Mannequin Piers to Mont des Arts, Little Mermaid to Castellet, Walk of Fame to Griffith, Lombard to the Stairway Climb, Trevi to Turtle Fountain, Stonehenge to Avebury, Merlion to Marina Barrage, and Christ the Redeemer to Miranta Donna Marta. If you like hidden stories plus smarter travel, that's basically what we do here. So subscribing helps you find your people and helps me keep making these. Last question for you. What's a landmark that disappointed you, and what nearby spot saved the day? Next episode is 10 museums with weird artifacts tourists rarely notice. And yes, we're talking about the objects people walk past without realizing they're staring at something truly unhinged. Thanks for hanging out with me. And wherever you're going next, I hope you see the quiet version of it too.